He made a wish in the cemetery, hoping to see his deceased mother once more. To his surprise, something magical happened. Suddenly, the man lost consciousness. When he woke up, he found that his hands had become incredibly youthful. By the time he left the cemetery, he had taken on the appearance of a teenager. Not only did he feel light on his feet, but even riding a bicycle had become effortless. Before he could fully grasp what was happening, he noticed that the cars on the street were all brands that had stopped production decades ago. Finally, as he passed by a mirror, Thomas realized he had become a young boy again. His thoughts quickly turned to the mother he hadn't seen in years. Nervously, Thomas approached his old home, where a familiar yet distant man stood at the doorway. Memories flooded back. In an instant, Thomas remembered it was his father. Before he could process his shock, his father casually called him over to help with chores. Then, as Thomas glanced toward the kitchen, he saw a familiar silhouette. There, standing in the kitchen, was his mother, the mother he had not seen in 40 years. Holding back tears, Thomas stood frozen. His mother, thinking he was just exhausted from work, told him to go rest for a while. He walked into his childhood bedroom, where movie posters he had once adored still hung on the walls. His shelves were filled with model animals, toys, and vinyl records of the popular music of that time. Nostalgia overwhelmed him as long-lost memories of his childhood resurfaced. His younger sister stared at him, thinking he had lost his mind. Thomas himself believed it was all just a dream, something that would fade once he went to sleep. But when he awoke at dinnertime, his parents and sister were still right there with him. A whirlwind of questions raced through his mind. This wasn't a dream. Yet, there was nothing he could do but take things one step at a time. The next morning, Thomas woke up still in the body of a teenager. Out of habit, he reached for his beard only to remember that he now looked like a 15-year-old boy, though his mind carried the experiences of a 50-year-old man. Later, he and his sister headed to school together. Once there, Thomas saw old friends he used to be close with, and even the girl he had secretly liked. However, he wasn't interested in chasing after romance like a cliché time travel story. His only goal was to figure out what had happened to him, and soon, everything took an unexpected turn.